Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farah Zulaika and now I will present about our objective for this lab case study. First, our objective is to gain knowledge about the stage of raw material processing in this food industry. Second, our objective is to identify the problem that could happen in this industry during the raw material processing. And the last one is to determine the effective way to solve the problem that has been identified. Next, I will continue for the introduction or background of the industry that we already choose, which is Dutch Lady Meat Industrie Berhad, or also known as DLMI. Dutch Lady Meat Industrie Berhad was established in 1963 in Petaling Jaya, Selangor. Today, DLMI is a 600-strong company that offers an extensive range of quality and delicious meat-based dairy products, from formulated meat powder, yogurt drink to fresh milk and UHT, distribute nationwide to help Malaysians stay nourished and healthy to help them move forward in life. This company started its business manufacturing sweetened condensed milk and ventured into UHT production 12 years later. In 1988, DLMI became the first to introduce formulated milk powder for children in Malaysia. Moving to 2007, they celebrated World Milk Day that became an annual celebration for Dutch Lady Meat Industrie Berhad until today. And in 2014, DLMI won its first Putra Brand Award for Dairy Beverage category and have continued to win the award for 5 consecutive years. Besides that, for the Halal certificate, Dutch Lady Meat Industrie Berhad products are certified halal by the Halal Herb Division of the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, which is JAKIM, Selangor Islamic Religious Department, which is JAIS, and other relevant recognized foreign halal certification bodies and authorities. Just that a little bit of the background of this industry. Now, I will pass to the next person to continue this presentation.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hamizan Fitri bin Hamid. Okay, now I will present to you about the raw material process of the milk and the thing that we need to know in this process. Okay, firstly, this process starts at the farm, which is milking the cow. At this stage, the farmer need to make sure that the cow udder must to be clean first before they are milking the cow. This is because to reduce the contamination of the pathogenic bacteria to the milk. And after that, the collected milk will store in the churn to maintain the freshness of the milk. And the second step is the milk that was collected is sent to the nearest milk collection center. At this stage, the milk will be weighing and undergo some laboratory tests to make sure that the milk do not contain any dangerous thing like bacteria and virus. After that, the milk will store in the cooling tank to maintain the freshness of the milk. Okay, the third stage is milk from the collector center is sent to the Dutch Lady factory by using cooling tank truck. This also to maintain the freshness of the milk. And after that, the milk will undergo some laboratory tests for the second time. Okay, for the next stage is cooking the milk. This called ultra high temperature process, or we can call it UHT process. There are two types of heating method that involve in the UHT process, which is direct and indirect heating. For direct heating is a process of heating the milk by mixing the superheated steam with milk. And for indirect heating is a process that transferring the heat from the plate heat exchanger, or we can call it PHE, across a partition between the milk and the heating medium. Okay, the milk will cook in 137 to the 140 degrees Celsius for 2 to 5 seconds. Okay, for the last one is packaging stage. They use aseptic packaging to pack their milk. This is because to longer the shelf life, ranging from 6 to 9 months, without store the milk in the refrigerator. Okay, I think that's all from me. I will pass this to the next presenter.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nuarida, and I will continue about the problem that are occur during handle this raw material, which is milk. As we know, milk that comes freshly from cow easily to contaminate than other food, so the worker must handle this milk properly to avoid any problem or contaminations happen during handle this raw material. First problem that can occur during handle the milk that come out from cow is the worker did not clean the undercow using treated water. As we know, the water that we usually use to wash our body or anything contain microorganisms that can harm ourselves if we don't treat it well. So, if the untreated water is used to clean the milk, the microorganism in untreated water will be in undercow and can multiply and can cause a contamination to milk when the milk come out from the cow and can cause the milk easily spoilers than usual. Second problem that may occur is not clean the teacup properly before use it for another cow. It is because if the first cow that used the teacup has a bacteria or microorganism on the surface of undercow, then the worker did not clean the teacup properly before use it for another cow. Of course, the microorganism and bacteria still remain on it, and it can cause the contamination happens on meat because they not clean properly the teacup, and it also can decrease the quality of milk. The last problem that can occur during handling this raw material is the worker did not take the temperature of milk in churn before send it to nearest milk collections. From this, we cannot know the exact temperature of milk or cannot identify if the milk is already exposed to danger zone temperature or not before pour the milk into churn and send it to milk collections. So, that's all the problem that can occur during handle this raw material, which is milk, and the solutions of this problem will continue by Fidaus.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fidaus Iskandar bin Ismail from class IS 116282. My matrix number is 20204988062. I will continue the presentation with the effective ways to solve the problem during milking process. First of all, if the problem is that the dairy factory workers does not clean the udder of cow, dirty cow udder that not being cleaned will make the cow easily infected with mastitis. Mastitis is a disease that can reduce the milk yield, increase production costs, make the milk less valuable for consumption, and liquid manufacture. If we want to make sure the cow udder do not infected with mastitis, we need to always wash the dirty udder using clean water or treated water before we start the milking process. Secondly, if we found that the workers does not clean the teacup properly before they applying it into another cow, there are two ways to clean up the teacup, which is using universal washing and strategic washing. Universal washing is when we need to clean up the every teacup. Then strategic washing is when we just need to clean up the visible dirty on the teacup. After we wash the taste cup, we need to drying it to reduce the chance of mastitis and to reduce the chance of risk of milk to become contamination. Lastly, problem will come if the workers at the dairy farm do not record the temperature of the milk before they sending the milk to the nearest milk collector. After making process, the milk should be cooled to 4 degrees Celsius immediately and store it at that temperature until they bring it to the milk factory. If the temperature of milk is increased, so the microorganisms in the milk will start to multiply and milk will be contaminated. Bacterial count are higher than milk contain nutrient that will affect the quality of milk. I think that's all from me. We go to the next presentation. Thank you.
Hello, I'm going to tell you about the idea of product improvement. So firstly, Dash Lady should introduce a lactose-free milk to give opportunity to customers with lactose intolerance. Lactose-free milk can be made by adding sugar to regular milk so that lactose will break into two simple sugars, which is glucose and galactose. Customers with lactose intolerance can enjoy Dash Lady product, and at the same time, it will increase the market. Second, Dash Lady also can improve hygiene at the dairy farm to prevent contamination to the milk. The farmer have to follow proper personal hygiene and environment hygiene. For example, they have to wear clean apron and make sure that the farm or station barn are in a clean state. If the milk is already contaminated from the farm, the dangerous germ cannot be killed perfectly in the pasteurization process. So it will cause big loss and bad reputation to the company because of the bad quality milk. Lastly, they also can give a good supplements to a cows to maintain bovine health. It is because when the cows are lack of nutrition, it can affect the immune system. From a research made by University of Arkansas Station, more specifically, vitamin and mineral deficiency can lead to bacterial infection. Furthermore, when selenium and vitamin E are added to cow's food, it will reduce mastitis, which is a disease that affects gland health. A healthy cow will produce better quality of milk so that it will attract more customers to consume Dash Lady product. In conclusion, there are several problems that acquire during handling raw material, but it also has its solution. To get good quality milk and safe to be consumed, the process of raw material needs to be done properly. The hygiene is also a very important thing to focus on. Consumers will be interested to buy the product if it is high quality and meet customer needs. When the number of customers increases, the company's profit will increase. So that's all from us. Thank you and hope you will enjoy it.